Imagine you're floating in space, hundreds of millions of miles from home. Your mission, which has already rewritten our understanding of the solar system, is about to be shut down. The funding is cut. The team is being reassigned. It's over. For most, this would be the end of the story. But not for Maggie G. This is the incredible tale of how one brilliant woman refused to let humanity's greatest adventure die. Our story begins with the Voyager program. In 1977, two twin spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, were launched on a grand tour of the outer planets. It was a mission possible only once every 175 years, when Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune align just right. The plan was to visit Jupiter and Saturn, and anything beyond that was a bonus. The mission was a spectacular success. Voyager sent back breathtaking images and data that transformed textbooks for Tories. We saw volcanoes on Jupiter's moon Io, discovered a thick, nitrogen-rich atmosphere on Saturn's moon Titan, and got our first close-up looks at young rings of Saturn. By the late 1980s, after Voyager 2 had flown past Uranus, members of the science community and even some within NASA felt the mission had accomplished its primary goals. The spacecraft were aging and budgets were tight. There was a strong push to terminate the Voyager interstellar mission. The extended phase Mubiao to reach Neptune and eventually the space between the stars. The team was being dismantled. The lights were, quite literally, about to be turned off. This is where our hero, Maggie G., a physicist and mission controller at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, enters the picture. She had been with the Voyager project for years, and she knew its potential was far from exhausted. The chance to visit Neptune, the last unexplored giant planet in our solar system, was too monumental to abandon. Letting Voyager to fly silently past it would be a colossal waste of a historic opportunity. But what could one person do against bureaucratic inertia and budget cuts? Well, Maggie wasn't just anyone. She was a master of the craft, understanding the spacecraft's systems inside and out. She knew that with Troni and a lot of hard work, the mission could continue on a shoestring budget. So she started a quiet rebellion. She began a letter-writing campaign, not just to her superiors at NASA, but to anyone who would listen. Scientists, academics, and space enthusiasts across the country. She rallied support, arguing passionately that the scientific return from a Neptune encounter would be immeasurable. Her persistence was relentless. She didn't just write letters. She worked on a new, lean operational plan. She demonstrated how a skeleton crew could manage the spacecraft, automate processes, and cut costs, seducing the She and a small, dedicated group of Voyager old-timers volunteered their time, working nights and weekends to prove it could be done. They showed that the spirit of exploration wasn't about big budgets, but about big ideas and unwavering dedication. Slowly but surely, the tide began to turn. Her logical, cost-effective plan, combined with the groundswell of support from the scientific community she had helped mobilize, made NASA reconsider. They saw the passion, they saw the logic, and they saw a path forward. The decision was reversed. The Voyager interstellar mission was saved, and the encounter with Neptune was back on. In August 1989, a full 12 years after its launch, Voyager 2 flew Kondaku's Neptune, and the results were stunning. It discovered the Great Dark Spot, a massive storm swirling in Neptune's atmosphere. It found faint dusty rings and 6 new moons. All of this, our entire modern understanding of Neptune, exists because one woman refused to give up.